Hello, hello, world. Welcome back to another Check Up Thursday. Welcome back to another Check Up Thursday. Yeah, nimesema, you know what? I need to do a check up on you guys because I have literally talked about the good and the beautiful of God, falling in love with the God that Jesus knows. That book written by James Bryan Smith. And you know what? I am supposed to do a check up because I talked about 9 chapters. 9 good chapters. And each chapter I talked about kulikuwa na soul training exercise. Now I need to ask you, have you been practicing all that? So I'm going to read the soul training exercises nikiwauliza. Umekuwa ukifanya hiyo? You know? Exactly. So, my name is Tabi Bell, your host of the Tell Me About It podcast, the TMAI podcast, where we learn to unlearn all of us. All of us is a Spanish word that means or vice versa, meaning we are going to learn to unlearn or unlearn to learn, right? Let me get started. Nataka kuona wewe umekuwa ukifanya hizi vitu. Anyways, so the first one is sleep. Umekuwa ukicomplain, aki guys, nakuanga na you know, natakanga kuamka mapema, nifike kazi mapema. Practice sleep. It is a very important spiritual discipline. You know, hata Jesus yeye alilala. Nakumbuka ile story ya the storm. Alikuwa analala. Disciples wake wako. Practice sleep. It's a very important spiritual discipline. Silence and awareness of creation. Wow, extrovert high. Yeah, you can practice silence, by the way. Obviously, you can practice silence. Practice silence and awareness of creation. You hapo nje nyumbani uko na a plant that is growing. You don't even know about it. Practice silence and awareness of creation. Count your blessings. Sasa wacha kuimba, count your blessings and then one by one. Practice it. Wacha kuimba, practice it sasa. Yes. And praying Psalms 23. Manze, when I was talking about this, najua hauko unajua. Surely goodness and mercy iko wapi kwa Bible? Now you know it is the book of Psalms 23 verse 6. Read and pray Psalms 23. Lectio Divina. Yeah, you know, Lectio Divina is replacing that word. I gave an example of 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 4 to 6. I was talking about love is patient, love is kind. Now replace that one, love, with your word, with your name. And then you begin to see yourself as love is patient, love is kind. And so what I do is I replace my favorite verse with that. Philippians chapter 1 verse 6. He who began a good work in me. Now sisemangi in he who began a good work in Tabi. Replace that word with your name. Practice Lectio Divina. And then imagine. Yeah. Imagine. Cut out those unnecessary activities in your life. Practice margin. And then the other one was reading the Gospel book of John. Najua kuko na Matthew, Mark, Luke. Read the Gospel book of John. Kuko na hizi stories. Moto manze. He came into the world rejected him. Akaambia Pharisees, where I'm going you cannot come. Jesus alikuwa. Practice solitude. Solitude is going away from the crowd. Toka kwa hiyo crowd, enda utafute uso wa Bwana. But the good thing in solitude is you don't have to be funny, you don't have to be smart, you don't have to be mjanja. All you have to do is just begin to tell you things that he couldn't tell you when you were in the crowd. And the other one is slowing down. Hey, man, guys, before you practice slowing down, practice margin. Cut out those activities, unnecessary activities in your life, and then begin to slow down. Slowing down is changing the pace of how you live your life. Slow down. Be a sloth. Good luck with that one. Be a sloth. Yeah. The deepest part of your soul likes to savor rather than to accomplish. Slow down. Kuna haraka ya kwenda wapi? Slow down. Tulia. Yes. So that's it for Checkup Thursday. Na kuona wewe hujasubscribe. Why have you not subscribed? Means subscribe and tap on the notification bell so that you will be the first person to be notified whenever I upload videos. And another thing, lastly, do not forget to follow the other social media platforms of the Tell Me About It podcast on Instagram and on TikTok. See you next Thursday with another video.